brings Clark. How will she go for history? There it is! The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Court Queens. Today, I came across something that honestly left me speechless. A perfect example of what I like to call the Caitlin Clark effect on the next generation of young female hoopers. Now, I've mentioned this before in a few videos, but this time I really want to break it down and show what it actually means. The deeper you look, the clearer it gets. Caitlin Clark has done something that no one else in women's basketball has ever pulled off. When people say Caitlin Clark changed the game, they're not exaggerating. And it's not just about the WNBA, though that's a big part of it. She's changed how the entire world sees women's basketball.
Was trying to redirect a pass. Clark, oh my! From Schenectady! Clark wheels around, evades Van Lith, and drains it! My goodness!
Her style, her confidence, her ridiculous range from deep, her emotion. It all came together to create a movement that brought millions of new fans into a league that, let's be real, most people barely paid attention to before she arrived. You know what I mean? For years, you'd see those street interviews where people said, yeah, women should make as much as men. But when asked to name a single WNBA player, they'd go blank. Or when asked, does your city have a WNBA team? They had no idea. That was the reality. People supported women's basketball in theory, but they weren't actually watching. Caitlin changed that overnight. She didn't just bring attention, she brought investment.
Downtown Indianapolis, our Logan Gay joins us live outside Gainbridge Fieldhouse with the Caitlin Clark effect on local businesses. So Logan, what'd you learn today?
Well, Scott, we went into several places tonight, and everyone we spoke to says they've been super busy before and after the game.
Fans started tuning in. People were buying jerseys, learning player names, following team rivalries. Suddenly, Indiana Fever games were must-watch TV. ESPN started posting record-breaking ratings. Families, kids, casual fans, even NBA stars. Everyone wanted to see what Caitlin Clark would do next. Here's what's wild. She just wrapped up her second pro season. She's only 23. That's unreal when you think about the influence she's already had. And yeah, the WNBA still has its fair share of problems. Leadership, culture, officiating, how they treat their top players. But the ripple effect Caitlin has created can't be denied. Just think about it. Right now, all those 10, 12, and 14-year-old girls watching her pull up from the logo, they're the future of the game. They're in gyms across the country, copying her form, her step-backs, her confidence. They're dreaming of becoming the next Caitlin Clark.
Freshman year in Iowa City.
Clark, there she goes again. Yes!
You have
100% of those donations goes to research, and there's Caitlin Clark out of the timeout for the lead for Iowa.
Clark!
That's real legacy. It doesn't happen in a season. It happens over a generation. This is how sports evolve. Michael Jordan made kids want to fly. Steph Curry made every kid believe they could drain shots from half court. Serena Williams made young girls believe they could dominate with strength and grace. And now, Caitlin Clark has shown every young hooper that they can be bold, skilled, fearless, and unapologetically great, no matter who's watching. Now, I found this amazing clip that I'll play over this section. Watch these young players. You didn't see this 5 years ago. These girls are pulling up from deep, working on their handles, celebrating after shots, all with that same Caitlin Clark energy. They're not afraid to show emotion, to lead, to play with swagger. You can see her fingerprints all over their game. Every crossover, every jumper, every celebration.
Absolutely blown the roof off,
But playing at UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh, Caitlin Clark, rookie on rookie crime.
Clark has space. She's going to let it fly, and she's going to connect.
Oh, Caitlin Clark.
That's what makes it beautiful. Even as Caitlin battles through the physical grind and politics of the WNBA, her impact is already unstoppable. She's not just changing basketball, she's changing minds. She's redefining what it means to be a woman in sports. Sure, the WNBA's leadership still has plenty to fix, but when it comes to the future of women's basketball itself, it's brighter than ever. All because of one player who refused to blend in. Caitlin Clark didn't wait for change. She became the change. And the next generation is watching every move, ready to carry that torch forward. Now look at these kids again. They're shooting from way out there and making it look casual. Step backs, deep pull-ups, crazy range, it's wild. That's straight up Caitlin Clark inspiration in action. You've got players launching from 35, 40 feet out, like it's no big deal. You didn't see that before Caitlin. And here's the thing, it's not just her range that's influencing them. They've studied her whole game, her footwork, her passing, her vision, her IQ. Unlike a lot of players who dribble with no real purpose, Caitlin uses every move to create something.
Clark looking to push, cross-court pass. Bull, back to Clark. She will launch and bury a three.
Second quarter, and Clark doing it with some defense. Comes up with the block, and then Lexi Hull finds her. Fever back within 4.
Chant of defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep 3!
She's efficient and creative at the same time. That's what these kids are soaking in. So what's next? You're about to witness an entire generation that will completely redefine women's basketball. The game is going to look totally different in a few years. The young talent coming up right now, they're built different, better shooters, smoother ball handlers, more dynamic playmakers. And when they arrive, the league will have to evolve with them. Some of the veterans who've been holding spots in the league because of its slower, more physical pace, they're going to have to adjust, because this new generation isn't about brute strength. It's about skill. That's why officiating will be so important moving forward. For years, the WNBA leaned into a hyper-physical style. Part of it was to make the games look gritty and tough. But it also kind of masked the talent gap that existed. When everything's a battle of endurance, it's easier to hide who's really skilled and who's just strong. But the young hoopers coming up, they don't need that crutch. They can flat out play. They shoot from anywhere, handle the ball like pros, and see the court in ways that change everything. When they hit the league, the shift will be obvious. The spacing, the pace, the creativity, it's going to be unreal. And this evolution won't take long. As these girls move through high school, college, and eventually into the pros, whether that's the WNBA or maybe even a new league someday, the transformation will be impossible to ignore. The beauty of it is in how free the game will feel. When the unnecessary roughness is toned down, not all contact, because basketball will always be physical, but when the restrictive physicality goes away, the flow of the game is going to explode. Players will move, cut, and shoot with freedom. We'll see plays and shots that look like science fiction today become the new normal. And the shooting? My God, the shooting is going to be ridiculous. These kids already have range that matches, and sometimes even beats current WNBA stars. Aside from Caitlin herself, of course. That's generational change in motion. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star. She's a turning point. She's not only making people watch, she's changing how the game is played. When you watch women's basketball 5 or 10 years from now, it'll feel completely new. And that's because of her. Make no mistake, this revolution isn't about Caitlin and Angel Reese, or Caitlin and Paige Buchers, or Caitlin and Kelsey Plum. It's not about duos or rivalries. This is about Caitlin Clark alone, being the spark that pushed women's basketball into a new era. Her vision, her style, her leadership, that's the blueprint now. So yeah, I'll wrap it up here. But I just had to talk about this because it's exciting, it's inspiring, and it's only the beginning. With new CBA talks and changes coming, things are about to get even more interesting. So if you're hyped like I am, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts below. The future of women's basketball is here, and it's powered by Caitlin Clark. She's not just playing the game, she's rewriting it. And trust me, this ride, it's going to be unforgettable.